Hello! It's been a while since my last video, so I thought it was time for an update. Thanks very much to all the people who bought a programming cable. I'm quite surprised how popular they've been. The question I get asked most often about the cable is, can you tune the TC Max for more power? So I thought I'd give it a go. I've spent quite a bit of time in the past racing 600cc supersport bikes, so I have one or two contacts from that. One of which is Paul from Dyno. He said it was okay for me to tune the bike whilst he operated the dynamometer. We did a few warm-up runs first. It was quite obvious to see the power increase with each run as the battery temperature increased. Once the results became consistent, we recorded a standard run. With the controller on standard settings, the bike achieved 33 foot-pounds of torque and 7.26 horsepower. This gives us a baseline to work from. So then I got the laptop out. I made incremental changes to the settings one at a time, then Paul ran it up again to see how much difference it made. We repeated this process many times. On the latest version of the programming cable, I've used genuine high-quality gold-plated Molex connectors. Because these connectors are such a tight fit, I removed the retaining clip to allow easier removal of the connector. We did run after run, noting changes in output and monitoring motor temperature. I'm looking for a conservative tune that doesn't require modifying any hardware. During tests, the motor reached a maximum temperature of 37 degrees Celsius. In normal use, airflow should keep it cooler. Also, it shouldn't suffer repeated hard accelerations as it is on the dyno. The settings we arrived at for a safe conservative tune are as follows. Under current parameter settings, I've increased motor startup current from 10 amps to 12 amps. Under speed parameter settings, I reduced acceleration to 400 RPMs. With these settings you can see there's an increase of torque of about 8%. It may not sound like much, but it's spread across most of the rev range and is certainly noticeable when riding. One last change I made only applies if you have an upgraded battery. In current parameter settings I increased average current to 86 amps. If you're using a standard battery, the BMS is likely to give an overcurrent error and cut out. If you're interested in getting an upgrade battery, they're available online. I'll put a link in the description. Here's a graph of all the different settings overlaid. The blue line is standard settings, the green line is with startup and acceleration settings adjusted, and the red line is with the average current setting also adjusted. Increasing average current seems to have most effect early in the rev range, and maintains maximum torque for longer. Out on the road there's a noticeable increase in acceleration, making it easier to beat the traffic off the lights. If you'd like to have a go at tuning your bike, I've got plenty of programming cables in stock. Standard worldwide postage is included in the price, so head on over to my website and pick one up. Thanks very much to everybody who's already bought a cable. It's been great hearing back from you about what settings you've been adjusting. If you'd like any more information, please ask in the comments. I always reply if I know the answer, and if I don't, then one of the regulars will probably help you out. So thanks very much for watching, ride safe, and I'll see you next time.